Coming up, we have an ABC News exclusive. The family of that filmmaker who died diving with sharks now speaking out.
But first, this half hour, our exclusive this morning with the family of a filmmaker who died in the waters off Florida while making a shark documentary. They're filing a lawsuit this morning. ABC's Gio Benitez is here with much more for us. Hey, Gio.
Hey, David, good morning. It's been just 2 months since Rob Stewart's death, but this morning, his parents say they're doing what Stewart would have wanted them to do to make sure a diving accident like this never happens again.
So we're going to go down to maybe 130 feet, see if we can find some schooling hammerhead sharks.
Rob Stewart was the fearless filmmaker teaching the world about the ocean's top predator. But just 2 months ago, while filming a sequel to his award-winning documentary Shark Water,
you're underwater and you see the thing that you were taught your whole life to fear, and it doesn't want to hurt you.
Stewart disappeared off the coast of the Florida Keys. His body was found 3 days later. It's believed he drowned after an issue with the air tank. This morning, his parents and their attorney sitting down with GMA, talking about the lawsuit they're filing, alleging his dive instructor and boat crew are to blame for his death.
There's no way anyone should ever die the way Rob died. And it's the irresponsibility of the people involved that caused it. Had somebody had their eyes on the water.
So many things went wrong, so many careless mistakes were made, and he would want to make sure that this never happened to anyone else again.
Stewart and instructor Peter Sotis were diving in more than 220 feet of water using new rebreather equipment. When they both came to the surface, Sotis reportedly had issues breathing and got onto the boat, but Stewart disappeared.
The only reason that Peter Sotis is alive today is he left Rob Stewart in the water to get on the boat, which is a cardinal sin in the dive industry.
The lawsuit alleges Sotis failed to monitor, keep eyes on, and/or rescue Stewart when they got into trouble.
He didn't protect his student. He got on the boat and left his student in the water. It's so preventable that it is scary.
The family and their attorney point to Sotis's legal issues. In a separate ongoing lawsuit, his business partner accuses him of selling non-certified air tanks to customers and of selling dive gear to Libyan militants.
Well, we're divers ourselves, and we're crushed inside. We're trying to be strong.
This morning, Stewart's parents promise his legacy will live on.
He always used to take off again for another part of the world with his camera. To us, a little part of what makes me go on is the fact he's still off shooting. Somehow, what he wants to have done is going to be done.
And we've reached out to Sotis and everyone mentioned in that coming suit. So far, we haven't heard back. Stewart's parents tell us they intend to finish shooting their son's sequel, and they insist diving is beautiful and safe. They hope his story actually inspires others to explore. David.
All right, much more to come on this, Gio. Thanks. So let's bring in our senior legal correspondent, Sunny Hostin. Always great to have you with us here, Sunny. First of all, what's this lawsuit about? It seems that they're concentrated on the instructor and the business.
That's right. Everyone that was involved in this dive. And what they're saying, David, is this was really a preventable tragedy, that they owed him a duty of care. They owed him a duty to protect him, and they failed to do so. And we all know that diving can be very safe, and it can be very beautiful, but it really, the onus is really on the diving instructor, on the folks that are supposed to take care of those students in the water.
Interesting. So what do you think their chances are, this family?
You know, I think that their chances are significant, although I do think that they are going to argue in defense that this, that diving is an inherently risky sort of activity, and that he assumed the risk by taking part in the dive. So that's generally the type of defense that you will see. But again, this obviously was a preventable tragedy.
But I know you've looked into the past. Any precedent for a case like this?
Yes. I mean, remember that open water movie where two divers were just left stranded? Well, they were found criminally liable, the folks that were involved there. And so that was in another country, but certainly these suits happen, and they happen all too often, I think.
All right, so we'll continue to follow this. Sunny Hostin, great to have you with us. I know you're headed over to your other show, The View.
I am.
Congratulate the ladies on the Emmy nomination.
Thank you. We're very proud.
All right, we are too.